A bit of a jerk.
Long.
We haven't been here before, so we hope at the end of it we find our pot of gold. Or at least some beat up steel, yeah. Something like that. Wow, Mark, you got quite the driveway up here.
Nice sledding area though.
Glad I took the 4-wheel drive. That's one good thing about being an artist, you know, that's functioning on a national level, is that you don't have to live in any particular place. You can live anywhere you want. With the internet these days, you can have clients all over the country. You can send photographs digitally, so they, you know, keep abreast of the progress. And you can live anywhere you want. And I see Mark,
which is a
so that's a door handle.
it's a door handle. The builder and the homeowner were talking about, since it was a wine cellar, they were talking about Napa Valley, they were talking about grapevines, they were talking about waving their hands a lot. 40 years later, 42 years later, still trying.
So you were hooked right off the bat.
That was pretty much it. That was my start.
Did you go to school or anything for after that?
I went to college. I'm an environmental biologist. There were no schools that I knew of at the time where you could go to learn blacksmithing. In fact, I did it for about 2 years before I ever saw anyone actually forge a piece of hot iron, and that was a fellow who had started a program at Southern Illinois University. So at the time, on the trip hammer, which is, I love electricity, it's my friend. I'm going to have to finish it up on the anvil over here with a hand hammer, but I'll probably stop and reheat it in between. So this is just the first step.
And again, this trip hammer was probably built around the turn of the century.
This is probably about 1912 or so. Someday I'm going to get the serial number, run it, and find out exactly. And they don't understand when I complain when a tool breaks after just 10 or 12 years.
There is a beyond shot. You would do that. I'll do it. There's a lot that wouldn't exist if we had to follow all the rules and regulations that we have to follow today. Like uncrushable, for one.
So how many hours a day would you say you're putting in out here? How many hours a day would you say you're putting in out here?
I get up at noon, go to work at 1, take an hour for lunch, then we're done.
Have you ever had any apprentices?
I have, yes.
How does it, what does it usually take to become a blacksmith apprentice? Like what kind of skills would you need? What do you need to know? What did you study?
I think the most important thing to this or any trade is the willingness to, 1, work hard, 2, you have to learn to see. I do believe, was it Michelangelo, one of those sculptors, who was asked how you get to be a good sculptor, and he said, draw. Drawing is very important. I encourage anybody who wants to make anything to learn to draw. Would you guys like to hammer on a piece of metal?
I'd love to try.
What would you like? A big piece, a little piece?
A piece.
Medium piece?
A medium piece.
A medium piece.
It's a beginner piece. I've never tried this. It sounds like fun.
What are you making exactly?
He's making a hook.
And what's the hook for?
Well, because everybody starts with a hook, and some of them are ugly. That's what Mark said.
All right.
That'd be a nice way to hold the jacket up, you know?
It's getting a lot colder fast. I can tell when I want to put it back in. But what is interesting, the way it feels is almost like hitting wood, because it's hot enough and there's a little bit of give to the hammer, so that it's almost like you're hitting wood or something soft, maybe cork. It doesn't feel hard, brittle like metal feels when it's cold.
What?
Dorian, you're not making it look easy the way that Mark did. He made it look easy.
It's definitely not easy, that's for sure. It's really soft, a lot softer than I thought it would be. So you tap it a bit, it kind of gives away a lot more than I think it should, you know?
That's the saying, strike while the iron's hot in the fire.
You know, there's something, trying a new technique, there's something that just gets you fired up the way it was.
Oh, it's always exciting, isn't it?
When I first started carving stone, it's like every day I want to go in.
You have to let me try one of these days.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Start doing something like this, and it's like you get that same feeling again. Come down, man.
I will.
Over here.
Your piece is hot.
Better give it a shot.
You might try
The old up and under.
turning
Yeah.
this way, that way you can stand up like a man.
There you go, Dale.
I like that idea.
Look at that.
Slip it up inside the channel, turn it around, and pry out. I think I can fix my overhead
See
garage.
what happens.
Mark is the man.
Good job, Dale.
Good job. Great.
Come on, Dorian, back to your hook. You got a little more
Thanks
to
a
do.
lot, Mark. Thanks for joining us on
You're welcome.
Art Venture.
I'm glad you could come. Thank you much.
Thank you.